Tensions between Japan and China have surged once again, this time over a dangerous aerial confrontation near Okinawa, a region that has increasingly become the front line of Asia's power struggle. Just as the dispute over Taiwan seemed to cool slightly, China's recent actions have pushed the two Asian giants back to the brink. On Sunday, Japan accused China of an extremely provocative act. Chinese fighter jets allegedly locked their fire control radar onto Japanese military aircraft near Okinawa. Japan's defense minister Shinjiro Koizumi called the move highly dangerous, completely unnecessary, a serious threat that could trigger an unpredictable escalation. Japan has officially lodged a strong diplomatic protest against Beijing. What does a fire control radar lock mean? For a US audience, a fire control radar lock is no small thing. It is the step right before pulling the trigger. Military experts explain that this radar is used to guide live weapons like missiles. When a jet locks onto another aircraft, it means you are now considered a target. Missiles can be fired at any moment. The targeted aircraft must take immediate evasive action. In military terms, it's one hair away from actual combat. China denies, blames Japan instead. Beijing completely rejected Japan's accusations. Chinese Navy spokesperson Colonel Wang Xuanming fired back, claiming Japanese aircraft were the ones interfering. China was conducting a declared carrier-based training exercise. Japan's false statements created a misleading and dangerous narrative. A small mistake could have caused a major accident. This war of words is only intensifying the already unstable situation. Australia joins Japan in expressing concern. Japan's defense minister raised the incident during a meeting with Australian Defense Minister Richard Marles. Australia, another key US ally in the Indo-Pacific, said it is deeply concerned and made it clear. We stand firmly with Japan. Japan and Australia, along with the US and India, are all part of the Quad, a strategic partnership formed to maintain stability and counter China's assertiveness. This is why the incident isn't just a Japan-China issue. It has direct global implications, including for the United States. The most serious Japan-China military incident in years, analysts in Tokyo have described this as one of the most serious military confrontations between Japan and China in recent years. And the timing couldn't be worse. Tensions around Taiwan are still rising. China's military has been aggressively expanding. Japan has publicly declared that any threat to Taiwan's stability is a direct threat to Japan's national security. Japan's Prime Minister Sanata Kayachi recently said, if any action against Taiwan affects Japan's security, Japan will be forced to respond. China reacted furiously, with its foreign minister warning Japan and even using phrases like teaching Japan a lesson. Now, this latest radar lock incident has thrown gasoline on the fire. Why this matters to the US audience? This is more than a regional conflict. It is a direct test of the US-Japan alliance, which is one of America's strongest military partnerships. Japan hosts over 50,000 US troops. Okinawa is a critical US military hub. Any conflict involving Japan and China automatically raises questions for Washington. The Quad dynamic, USA, Japan, India, Australia, also gets sharper. If Japan and China clash, the US will be pulled into the equation immediately. What about India? India, another key Quad member, will be watching closely. India-China relations are already hostile along the Himalayan border. India-Japan strategic ties have strengthened tremendously. A destabilized Pacific region impacts India's security and economic interests. New Delhi's reaction will be crucial in shaping the Quad stance. Japan and China's dangerous encounter near Okinawa wasn't just a close call, it was a geopolitical alarm bell for the entire Indo-Pacific. A single radar lock in contested airspace could have triggered a much bigger crisis. What do you think about this escalating situation between Japan and China? Should the Quad take a stronger stance?